I've been a Cowboys fan for over 3 decades, and there are many moments in that time where you get news and you say, "What are they doing? What is Jerry Jones doing? What is he thinking?" And this is definitely one of those moments. And let me say before I dive too deep into this that I hope that this video is one that I laugh at and other people laugh at, that America laughs at a year from now, 2 years from now, whenever, when the Cowboys hoist the Lombardi Trophy, which seems to only happen in my dreams. But what in the world are the Cowboys doing hiring Brian Schottenheimer as their new head coach? And I mean that is nothing against Schottenheimer. And I know that those two things, it sounds like it's against him. But what I really mean by that is this is the Dallas Cowboys. This is the New York Yankees of football. This is the Los Angeles Lakers of the NFL. Even beyond that, this is America's team. The Cowboys, if they're on, people are watching that over anything else. TV ratings show that exclusively for years and years and years and years and years. It doesn't matter if they're winning. It doesn't matter if they're losing. People want to watch it because people either hate the Cowboys or they love the Cowboys. You had a Super Bowl winning coach in Mike McCarthy. You couldn't come to terms with him. Whatever happened, Mike McCarthy is no longer in Dallas. So now you hire his offensive coordinator to be the head coach, a guy who has never been a head coach, has only been an offensive coordinator, and didn't even call the plays for the Cowboys. McCarthy called the plays for the Cowboys. Dallas ended up in a situation where there wasn't an ideal candidate. I made a video over a week ago asking why Deion Sanders was suddenly the favorite for this job. Had Deion done enough? Like, why is he the guy? At this moment, I would rather have Deion. At least the Cowboys are going to play with swagger. They're going to be an unknown. They're going to be full of energy. Who knows what Deion's going to do? And people are going to want to play for Deion. I'm not sure that hiring Brian Schottenheimer creates any excitement for the Cowboys. Their fan base, I know it doesn't for me. I don't know that their free agents are going to run over to play for him. Jerry Jones is in his early 80s, and you just wonder how many more coaching decisions he's going to, how many more is he going to hire, And obviously he'd love to not hire anymore and have a coach for 30 more years, 30 years that wins multiple Super Bowls. I get that. I mean, he'd love to hire the Mike Tomlin of the Cowboys. But, Jerry had said earlier this year they were all in. Then he let the roster get worse, much worse, to the point of regressing, to the point of not even really being in playoff contention. And I understand Dak Prescott got hurt, but they weren't in contention before Dak got hurt. And then you think this coaching hire, it's like, man, it's the Cowboys. There are going to be big names that have good jobs that will have interest in this job. And I know you got to work with Jerry Jones. I get it. You got to work for the man. But it's the Cowboys. It's the premier job in sports, in my opinion. And we hire Brian Schottenheimer. I mean, it's just fascinating to me that this is where the Cowboys ended up. I didn't even think Brian Schottenheimer was going to be a candidate for this position. I thought Kellen Moore was probably going to be the guy to get the job. Kellen was an offensive coordinator in Dallas 2 years ago, and he was great. I know Mike McCarthy wanted to take over play calling because he wanted to run the ball more, as he said at the press conference afterwards. But McCarthy had a great offensive coordinator in Moore, and he was a better offensive coordinator than Brian Schottenheimer. And now Brian Schottenheimer is the new head coach of the Cowboys. You've got Dak on a gigantic contract, not able to really stay healthy. CD is on a really large contract that both of those guys have earned those contracts. But, then Micah Parsons is about to be on a large contract. So a lot of your salary cap is going to be taken up by 3 guys. And this is a team that has holes all over the roster right now. But at least we have a head coach, right? Brian Schottenheimer. Listen, I'm going to say this. I know I've said things that don't sound supportive, but give me a day or two. I'll be back. I'll be supporting Brian Schottenheimer and expecting him to pull, great things out for the Cowboys. After all, I wouldn't be a Cowboys fan if I didn't say that, this is our year.